and launched flares at riot police, trying to push them back with tear gas. Sky's Europe correspondent Michelle Clifford has the latest.
We're in the area around Place de la Bastille, and the air has been thick with tear gas for hours this afternoon. As you can see now, police reinforcements are coming in, riot police. They're trying to push what are left of the protesters back. It's a pretty hardcore of young people, a few hundred, but there's been violence all afternoon. The march actually came from the road directly behind me, from Place de la République, came up for about 2 kilometres up to where I'm standing now, and there were pretty much clashes from the very beginning. People setting fire to buildings, smashing the glass on banks, smashing properties, setting fire to restaurants, and the police, hundreds of them, have been in the side streets and have basically moved into this thoroughfare at intervals with the tear gas. Most people have gone in the last couple of hours, but as I say, a few hundred people left, and they've been running battles with the police all afternoon. Now, this march today was actually already planned to protest against government legislation planning to ban the showing of police officers' faces while they're on duty. A lot of people were angry about that because they said it would limit freedom of speech, and it could also allow the police to get away with bad behaviour. And then all of the anger was exacerbated because of video that emerged this week of a black man appearing to be attacked by police officers, and now we can see the police chasing after some of the protesters. He's on the floor. It's just... And those images probably aren't going to help the anger amongst a lot of the crowd here. A man being dragged away by the police, not entirely sure why they moved in on him particularly. But the police are now reacting very forcefully to the protesters. So many buildings around here are on fire. Oops. And more tear gas is coming across. Now, as I was mentioning, the protests were largely designed at this legislation. Anger exacerbated because of these images of police apparently attacking a black man. But I spoke to lots of people in the crowd today, and there are a much wider number of issues that brought people out. There's great unhappiness with the government. A lot of protesters were here to complain about social and economic issues. So I think a number of issues converged today to bring thousands out onto the street. But these images are going to make the French government, and particularly Emmanuel Macron, the president, very, very nervous indeed. And if we look down that street, there are lines and lines of police vans and police officers, riot police, ready to move into this thoroughfare